Oh, Dennis, what did you get yourself into now? So, I'm under my wife's Explorer. We took it for state inspection. It failed because the driver's side rear axle seal was leaking like hell. You can see all down there inside of the rear rotor / parking brake drum. I can count the number of times I've had a differential apart, the cover off. I can count that on one hand. Other than one time in tech school where we actually had to remove an axle and looked at the guts here. That was 14 years ago. I've never ever screwed around with the inside of a differential. And to make matters worse, this one's actually a limited slip diff, which is this whole unit just means both wheels can grab traction instead of just one spinning. Anyways, to get that axle out, I had to remove a big, not sure the correct terminology here, but a big retaining pin with a steel set bolt that went right up in through there, went right through and holds all the spider gears and stuff in place. Stripped the bolt, had spent $30 for one socket, a specialized socket that removes strip bolts. It was the one size I did not have, 5/16. So I had to buy a set of 4 of which I already had, for $30 to get that one socket. Oh well, now I have it. Got that out and started to rotate that wheel or that rotor right there to get it off because it was stuck on the parking shoes. So I'm just kind of rotating it and banging it, banging. And next thing I know, I hear pling, and I look over, and the friggin' spider gears, these little tiny gears in there, had fallen out. Not thinking that the retaining pin is not in there, so there's nothing holding them in. So when I spin the wheel, it's not going to do it now because it's all... But anyways, if you spin the wheel without that in there, those top and bottom spider gears will literally spin themselves out of the differential unit. And my heart jumped in my throat because, again, going back to tech school, we were shown once how this shit works, and then basically he said, unless you're going to specialize in this, don't fuck with it because you can really screw up a differential if you don't know how to set things like backlash. And so yeah, amen for YouTube. I found a video that showed how to put the spider gears back in. Guy only took 10 minutes. Took me about an hour and 10 minutes to get him back in. And yeah, so right now I just pulled the C-clip inside of the diff that holds the axle in, and now we're going to slide the axle out. As you can see, coming out quite nicely. And this is the seal that's all crusted and destroyed, and I got a nice shiny one inside the house from Amazon for $7. Garage wanted almost $300 for this job. I'm probably going to be into it with the seal and my spare strip socket set that I bought. Probably be into it like 40, maybe $50. I don't know. Oh yeah, and then fluid. Yeah, definitely be into it for about $50. So $50 versus whatever it was, $270. I'm saving some cash, but I'm not sure if I'm saving any aggravation. Actually, I'm positive I'm not saving any aggravation. So, back to work.